Hey everybody, my name is Andrew Peterson. I want to tell you about a project that I'm really excited about. Every Moment Holy. It is a book of liturgies for the everyday. Doug McKelvey is one of my dear friends and a longtime friend of the Rabbit Room. He's a great author. Started writing liturgies for everyday moments. He wrote a liturgy for laundering. He wrote a liturgy for home repair. He wrote a liturgy for the lighting of the first hearth fire of the season. When he started sending some of these liturgies in, I latched onto it and I began to really crave having the words to say for certain moments in my life.
After I finished the first handful of liturgies, liturgy for fiction writers, liturgy for the keeping of bees, a liturgy for the observation of sunsets, and a couple others, I took the book idea to Rabbit Room Press. Not because they're the biggest publisher in town, which they're not, but because I believed that the idea would resonate most strongly with them, and that they would be the publisher who would nurture a long-term, 100-year vision for the project.
Part of the reason the Rabbit Room exists, part of the reason we started Rabbit Room Press was to put good and beautiful and lasting things in the world. Things that reminded us of the grandeur of God's creation. And so when we began talking with Doug about the idea of this book of liturgies, we were so excited because it lined up so perfectly with the Rabbit Room's mission.
We want Every Moment Holy to be lyrical and aesthetically beautiful, but we also want it to be very practical. We want the book to serve individuals, families, friends, churches, small groups, all sorts of gatherings, giving voice to their hearts and prayers as they mark both common and milestone events in their lives together.
Doug wrote a liturgy for feasting with friends, and for the last few years we have a big Easter potluck here at the house where we invite a bunch of friends. We print out copies of these the liturgy, and everybody reads it before we feast, and it's just this wonderful kind of thundering reminder of the gravity of what it means to feast and to celebrate with friends, and what that looks like through the lens of the gospel.
So we really want people to enjoy the book and hopefully to gain some spiritual insight as they read. But we also want to give them liturgies that they can incorporate into the rhythm of their days, into the rhythm of their years, and long-term into the rhythm of their lives. We want to give people tools that can help to shape them and to shape their families and their shared lives together.
A few weeks ago, our beloved dog died. We had this dog for many years, and he died, and we were so full of grief while we were burying this dog that I wished that there was a prayer. I wasn't articulate enough to know what to pray for when we were burying our dog. And I talked to Doug and I was like, do you have a liturgy for the loss of a family pet? And a few days later, he sent us one, which will be in the book. And it was just this beautiful, fitting, kind of gospel-infused way for us to process our grief and to give thanks for God's creation. I know that there are going to be plenty of times when our family will go to this book to find a way to pray for, to kind of mark certain moments as holy.
100 liturgies, some for times of sorrow, some for times of celebration, some simply to practice the presence of God in the midst of our daily lives, to remind ourselves moment by moment of the truest and deepest reality of who we are and who God is.